Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending where you are. Zoom up a bit. There we go. That works. Hi. Welcome to yet another Periscope scope. This one's one of my love scopes, and this is day 23 of my 30-day Periscope challenge. And I'll tell you about that at the end of the scope. My name is Barry Selby. Hi, thanks for being here. Hello, welcome. My name is Barry Selby. I'm a love coach, relationship coach, #1 best-selling author, speaker, etc., etc. I'm passionate about helping people have amazing relationships, and my focus primarily is helping single women heal their hearts and attract the right man in their lives. But I do work with guys and couples too. I am #1 best-selling author of 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. That's the book right there. You find it on Amazon in softcover. It's also on there on Kindle. And will be coming out an audiobook, as I promised some ladies today about that. So, giving till it hurts, not. Let me get into this one slowly, quick. If you're here for the first time, by the way, because I see a lot of names I haven't seen before, and thanks for the hearts. First of all, if you put up your name and where you're from, that helps me just get an understanding of the audience I'm talking to. And if you are a person who's done Periscope before, you know the routine about giving hearts, so I'll just say it for those who don't know. You can do heart blasts, which some friends of mine do, and I do with other people, where you just give a ton of them, up to 500 at a time, which is kind of a cool thing, because it adds to our ranking and our visibility, and it feels good. So if you want to do that, feel free. If this hits a mark for you, please give hearts too, and I do invite your responses and questions and comments from North Carolina, NC? Sorry, I'm English. Sometimes I get my states mixed up. I think it's North Carolina. Very cool. And I'm actually sharing today, it's actually not actually one of the chapters of the book, but it's in 2 or 3 of them spread out, so I'll get to that. You don't know where you live? Is Nevada now? Well, welcome to my scope. For those of you who don't know me, this is what I do. As I mentioned at the beginning, I'm a relationship coach, a love coach, and help mostly women to get what they want in love, with men as well when they're willing to. And I do a daily love scope, which is what this is. And for those of you who learn to use Periscope, I also do a Peri-Tips scope afterwards. So stay tuned for that scope after this one if that interests you as well. Yeah, apparently. I'm glad to hear. Bill, thanks for coming and joining the conversation. And again, anybody else who's just joining me for the first time, please put in like where you're from, your name if it's not obvious in your scope title, your Periscope ID, your, what do you call this thing? Your Twitter ID, that's the word I'm looking for. That'd be cool. So, give until it hurts, not. What do I mean by this? Well, to be blunt and clear and simplistic, people I know, that includes my clients, in some relationships, and I've done this in my own history, so this is not by any means a fantasy or a theory for me, I've been through this, have thought that I would please my partner by giving more and more and more and more and more until I was worn the F out. Yes, it's that sort of painful experience. This actually inspiration came from a friend of mine, Shirley Joy Weiss, who was speaking earlier today about this in a thing that's part of the Peri 10K, which I'm part of as well, about being happy, because we forget we give so much trying to think we're going to be happy from giving. Well, my conversation is in the relationship arena. So I'm talking about this for you. If you thought you would get your partner's approval and your partner's happiness by being focused on their good at the expense of your own. This may sound very obvious to you, and it didn't make sense to me because I was so dedicated to making sure my partner was happy that I wore myself out. I'm just going to adjust this down slightly a bit more. That should be better. Okay. And frankly, it's a pattern that we get into. It's a habit we've been told we should do. Sacrifice ourselves for our partner's love and our life, and we'll be happy. Not true. And it's kind of like you use yourself up so much that you're worn out. There's nothing left in you to enjoy anything. Totally not healthy and not self-supportive. If you watch my previous scopes, which I do invite you to go watch, and I'll tell you where to find them later. If you watch my previous scopes, you'll know that I'm a proponent for self-support first. I mentioned in one of my previous scopes using the analogy of the airlines, where when you fly on the planes, when they give the safety instructions out, when you're sitting with a young child in particular, they say put on your own oxygen mask first before you put on that of your child. Because if you put on your child's one and you can't have the energy to put your own one on, you're screwed. The same analogy works in relationships. Not necessarily to the same extent, but the same metaphor applies. that if you are someone who gives to your partner until it hurts, where you give yourself up and over and wear yourself out so they're happy, you won't be present to them when they would give to you. In fact, they're going to save you from basically being stressed out, worn out, and used up. And also, you won't feel happy about your own life. You know, for men, we're driven to get things done, get results, make things happen. That's the masculine modality, which I talked about a couple of weeks ago. And part of that is to be used up in the accomplishment of a goal. But then we need to restore. That's a great thing to do in some sense in our work and our mission and our vocational life. But it's in a relationship, it's self-defeating. Because in a relationship, we want to be fully stored up and fully restored in our masculine energy as men to provide for our partner from a place that is abundant and easy and graceful. And a woman in her feminine is connected to life itself, the energy and the dynamics of life. So when she's in a partnership, she can pretty much tap into almost an endless supply if she does it the right way. So in both cases, for the men and the women, in the masculine and the feminine energetic, I'm a big proponent of you taking care of yourself first, so you then take care of your partner. Now this is a life skill, not just a relationship skill. I have learned that lesson more times than I can count, because I've been in so many seminars where the first ground rule was take care of yourself first, so you can take care of others. And I never really got what that meant, because I was always there to serve and help and make a difference, and get worn out, tired, and stressed. That ground rule, I recommend you take on as a life skill. Take care of yourself first, so you can then take care of others. It's very logical, yet we forget. In fact, I have many times, and you have probably done too. So I'm making this very clear, because this is a very simple, but it's a very profound rule, or opportunity, put it that way. When you're out there in life, take care of yourself in your actions, in your interactions, in your way of doing things, so that you can be more effective in the world. Taking this to one extreme, because I've dealt with this in clients, and I've talked about this before, the narcissist pattern that's out there, and I don't mean the selfie guys and persons, I'm talking about the narcissist who is a psychological dysfunction, I'll put it that way. Someone who's in that mindset will use you up, and so if you keep giving till it hurts, you will be drained completely. It won't serve you. It will serve them, because they'll suck you dry energetically. That's not fun. So again, I can make this clear. Priority is your self-care, because when you do take care of yourself, you can be a better partner to your partner. That makes sense. Oh, I haven't any comments come up or any hearts or anything, so I trust you're watching this and getting value from it. Because this is kind of this is the juice of some of the work I talk about, the work I do. I'd love you to share this work with your friends, by the way, but also I want to touch on some things. In previous scopes I've mentioned along the way, there's been 3 or 4 items I mentioned previously in this scope, back to my previous ones. If you want to watch those, in fact I invite you to watch those scopes, because there's a lot of good content I've been putting out there for you to learn from. If you go to my Catch account, Catch is K-A-T-C-H .me, is the website where scopes get stored from Periscope. So if you haven't already done so, get yourself an account there, and if you want to catch mine, you can go to catch.me, K-A-T-C-H.me /barryselby, that's my ID, and you see all the scopes I've done so far about relationships that will help you get better love and more effective relationships in your life. So thank you for the hearts. So again, back to this one, please, just to pound this point home, because I feel like people need to hear this one more than once. Well, let me do a slight detour. I know a lot of people out there who sometimes are selfish in relationships, and I'm not talking to them. It's the ones who are on this side of the fence, who are overgivers, which I've been in the past, so I'm including myself in that count. It's your opportunity to play at a higher level in your own relationship with yourself first, and then with your partner. So you put yourself first by taking care of yourself. Your self-love will pay off dividends both for you and your partner by putting yourself first in your life. And it's not necessarily about how you interact and what you do, it's about how you take care of yourself on all levels. So take care of how much water you drink, how much sleep you get, how much food you eat, how much exercise you get. I mean, it sounds like these are simplistic and silly things, not related. They are totally related, because the more you take care of yourself, the more you take care of somebody else. And that is a life skill. If you're a parent, or you're going to be a parent, you need to know this stuff. I should say, you need to use this stuff and apply this stuff, because it's so tempting to say, I'm going to keep giving. My mother was like that. She'd get burnt out giving out to me and my brother and the family. So at times she would be so exhausted she had to collapse in a chair. I felt guilty for that. I had to heal some of that myself. Because somehow I felt I was at fault for that. It was her choice. But I felt responsible because she was giving more to me than she was to herself. So this is what drives my passion for you. Your ability to take care of yourself first, so you can then take care of others, is a primary and a fundamental way of living life successfully. So, and to tie it back into Perry 10K I saw earlier today, that's one of the secrets to being happy, is take care of yourself first. Do it for a week. I dare you. Put yourself first in all your interactions, in all your actions, and to have an agenda per day, each day, to do things to make sure you drink enough water, you eat the right food, start with a good breakfast, all these different things you learn about how to be healthy. Simple stuff you do, and see how it feels after a week. You'll find yourself in a whole new space of how you feel about yourself and your ability to help others, especially your partner. Massive up level. Okay? I think that's enough to give you stuff to work with right now. Okay? I don't see any questions come up, any thoughts. I do appreciate the hearts from those nice chocolate hearts. Always welcome. Thank you for those. Please share this with your friends. Watch the replay. Share with your friends there too. This is a it's a driving force of my work, and I want you to get the benefit of this because it will change your life. Am I clear enough now? Okay. That's the end of this scope. It's a brief one. It's a direct one. It's to the point. I want you to get this lesson and take it home with you. I've said it enough times. If you didn't get enough time to go back and watch it again and again and again so you get this in your bones. Take care of yourself first so you take care of others. It isn't about giving till you giving till you hurt. That's the old codependent model, and I've already covered that more than enough times in my previous scopes. Take care of yourself out there. Take care of yourself in here, and you'll have a much healthier, much more joyful, much more successful life. Clear enough? Thank you for the hearts again. So I think we're good. Thank you for watching the scope. I will catch up with you in my next one. So again, reminder, each day I'm doing 2 scopes, 2 channels. One is Love Scope, which I'm just finishing up now. The other one is my Perry Tips scope, which I'm doing next. You're very welcome. Thank you for the hearts, by the way. Thank you, Maxine. And thank you for joining in. If you want to find out more about me, you go to my website, which is barryselby.com. I do have a new online program I launched, and also I do have a discovery session available to people who want to find out more about what I do and how I can help them, and I help find out what you're up to as well. My website, you go to barryselby.com, and there's a Let's Chat button at the top left-hand corner. You can just hit the button and sign up for a session right there. Okay? Thank you again for watching. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. I will be back in a moment with a Perry tip. In the meantime, have a nice evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm just planning ahead. I'm going to move. If you've been watching my scopes at the same time every day, because I've been doing a fairly consistent time around between 5:30 and 6:30, I'm moving them earlier in the day this week. I'm not sure if it's going to be tomorrow yet, but I'm going to move my scopes earlier for the East Coast and the European crowd that's now starting to follow me. So just make sure you've got me as a person you follow on Periscope, because then you'll see my notifications when I do my next show, unless they're sitting there waiting for me to do it, which is flattering but scary if you do. You need a life. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll just catch you on the rebound, as it were. Thanks again, and take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful evening, and a shout out to all you Periscopers. Go out there boldly and share your message. Make a difference. Spread the word, and have a great time in Periscope land. It's a great place to play. Take care. Bye.